Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a little trick to getting a better time in level 414. First off, you have to use 4-bit Meat Boy. I think you unlock him after 60 bandages. And basically what you do is you see that first post at the bottom of your screen, you just jump over that immediately when you spawn into the level, and you can slip right underneath the beam, which it lets you avoid having to jump up to that top beam first, and saves you maybe a second, I don't know. The reason you have to use 4-bit Meat Boy is because it's apparently impossible to do this trick with the other characters, and I'm not really sure why, but what I did was I slowed down the video, or I went frame by frame in this video, and I counted the amount of frames between Meat Boy hitting the ground and the beam turning on, and there was a pretty big difference between 4-bit Meat Boy and all the other variants. You can see there I got a pretty good time. So now I'm going to use regular Meat Boy, and the amount of frames between him spawning in and hitting the ground and the laser beam turning on was only 8, which that's not nearly enough time to get up and over the beam. Basically the laser beam turns on like at the peak of your jump, which just isn't good enough. So now I'm going to use a 4-color Meat Boy. I think you unlock him at 80 bandages. And there was some slight difference between 4-bit and regular, and that is 4-bit the amount of frames was, 4-color the amount of frames was 9 or 10 frames. His animation's kind of weird, so it depends on where you count him hitting the ground, but it's slightly better than Meat Boy, but it's still not enough to get over the beam. I've never been able to do it. So now I'm going to try 8-bit Meat Boy. And as far as I can tell, 8-bit Meat Boy is exactly the same as 4-color Meat Boy. The amount of frames was 9 or 10 again. And the animation looks the same. It looked just like a regular palette swap. My guess as to why this happens is that 4-bit Meat Boy spawns into the world faster, which lets you get an extra 5 frames or whatever. And on this level, that's just enough to get under that beam. I've noticed it on a couple other levels too. I haven't really found anything that can save a whole lot of time, but if you have 4-bit Meat Boy, then go ahead and use it on this level. And actually I beat my best time there too, 9.29.